welcome to Business at 9 with me, Ankur Mishra. Let's get started with the story which all the stakeholders are watching about Russian President India visit. Russian President Putin has now landed in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received Russian President at the Palam airport. Both the leaders, in a symbolic gesture of diplomacy, left in the same car. This marks Putin's first trip to India since Russia's war with Ukraine that started in 2022. President Putin will be accorded a ceremonial welcome tomorrow before formal talks begin. Following the talks, PM Modi and President Putin will make statements to the media. Going across to my colleague Raghav for details on Putin's A-team in India and India-Russia trade deals.
25 plus defense and trade analysts and delegates coming to India with Putin. First, we're speaking about Sergei Lavrov, who's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He's Russia's longest serving foreign minister and central to Putin's foreign policy architecture. He's his right-hand man. Then we're speaking about Andrei Belousov. He's the Minister of Defense, the key economist in Russia, involved in leading the military modernization mission in Russia, key to joint manufacturing of export of BrahMos. Well, that's a person to watch for. Third person is Maxim Reshetnikov, Minister of Economic Development, and is key to architecture of Russian economic strategy, and hence is a person to look for when it comes to strategic economic investments in India. Fourth person speaking, it's Dmitry Shugayev. He's the Director of Federal Service for Military and Technical Cooperation, FSMTC. He is the person involved in arms export and negotiation of architecture. Key role he's going to be playing in India's defense contracts. Another person coming with Putin is Dmitry Bokanov. He's the CEO of Roscosmos, a very important space agency, hence is a person to watch for. Another person coming along with Putin is Alexei Likhachev. He's a Director General of Roscosmos again. He's a leading Russian nuclear energy expansion in India and is key to technological transfer initiatives of small modular reactors, SMRs, something that India is watching for. Another person coming to India with Putin is Kirill Dmitriev. He's a CEO of Russia's direct investment fund, RDIF, and hence is an important person when we're looking at investments and economic cooperation architecture. He's overseeing the rupee ruble settlement mechanism for over 90 plus projects in India. Andrei Kosnes is another person coming along with Putin. He's the president and chairperson of VTB Bank. He's a person to look out for when we're talking about financial sector. He's also managing the rupee ruble settlement, and hence is a person to look out for. The last person we're highlighting is German Greff. He's the CEO and chairman of Sberbank. This is Russia's largest bank leader and key to circumventing the SWIFT sanctions that were imposed by US. Hence, these are the people to look out for that Putin is bringing to India. When India-Russia bilateral trade has reached the historic USD 70 billion mark, and this is the numbers for FY24. Speaking about the exponential growth, pre-pandemic, this trade stood at 10 billion, and this has been 5.8x increase in the trade numbers. Well, this is not it. The ambitious trade targets are set at 100 billion mark for 2030. Speaking about the trade targets and the trajectory so far, in 2014, the trade stood at USD 9.5 billion mark and has now reached 70 billion mark, only to exponentially grow at to the 100 billion mark. Well, India's exports to Russia are today worth 4.8 billion. Speaking about the chart in terms of how they are divided, with pharmaceutical products have 28% share in the total exports. Engineering and manufacturing products hold 32% share. Agricultural exports hold 21.79% share, and ceramics hold 8% share. Speaking about Russia's export to India, which are on the higher side, the maximum that India imports from Russia is crude oil and petroleum products, which stand at 88.29%. Coal and coke stand at 5%, again, a part of the petroleum junction. The combined energy and security demand of India is potentially put up at 93.69%, which makes the huge chunk of India's exports from Russia. And agricultural imports, again, have 3.6% mark in the total pie chart. These trade figures represent India and Russia's comprehensive partnership. At this point, again, trades are tilted towards Russia's end, but given the current geopolitical considerations and geo-economic considerations, these trade figures can change in the coming 25 years.
Thanks, Raghav.